let's say that we have completed our animation. We've got all of our different layers. We're happy with it. It's got the right duration, fine-tuned it to the extent that we need. And we're ready to turn it into a movie, to complete this sort of movie maker kind of experience. We want to export our After Effects project as an MP4 movie file. All right, so there are a couple of different ways to do this, but I'm going to show you the simplest way, which is just to go up to the File menu, go to Export, and we're going to choose actually the second option here, Add to Render Queue. It is possible to send it to this program, Adobe Media Encoder. That's a separate piece of software, and it adds an extra step that I think we don't really need. So let's go down this option, Add to Render Queue. It is worth noting that you have other options here too. You can send it to Adobe Premiere as a project. Again, all of these are considerably more complex. So let's go with this one, Add to Render Queue. All right, so that opens up this panel here, Render Queue, which you can always find under the window menu down here if you ever need to bring that up directly. So let's have a look at this. So the comp that we're exporting is this one that I've named Scene 1. Right? Yours might just have the default name, Comp 1, whatever. You might have named it Main or something else. That's not going to be really suitable as a file name for your final project, of course. For this unit, you need to follow our file naming protocol for submission. But we do want to just sort of double check the settings here. Okay, we want to have it say best settings. That means highest quality. The trade-off, as with JPEG images, is that you get a somewhat larger file size, but it's only a 1-minute animation, so that's fine. Let's go for high quality. All right. H.264. So match render settings. Okay. That again is absolutely suitable. So it's going to have an MP4 file extension, but the actual way that that's encoded is a standard called H.264, right? Which is great. So we'll just leave that one. But I'm going to come over to here where it gives me a file name here, scene1.mp4. Now I could just export it like this and rename it in the Finder afterwards, if that's the way you would prefer to operate. You could just go straight ahead and click the render button now. But I do recommend though that you just sort of click on it where it has that text in blue, and you can see when I mouse over it, puts a line underneath it. Looks like a web link, doesn't it? A link on a web page. So I'm just going to click on that. And just have a look at this Output Movie 2 dialog box here. I'm going to expand this so that I can actually see exactly where it's going to save it to. I think you should always do this when working on the Mac so that you know exactly where your work's going to go. So I'm just going to double check that I've got this folder in my OneDrive called Assessment 3. I've made a folder actually for the video here called Video Out. Now you may just choose to drop it into here. I'm not going to do that because, as you can see, I've got a lot of different After Effects files where I've been trying out different things and demonstrating different things, but I have made a folder here called Video Out. Okay, now I'm going to pop in a file name that's suitable following the file naming protocol. So 2025, the year, 06, the month, okay, 03, the date, 3rd of June 2025. All right. So I'm going to call the file after the project Assessment 3, and this is actually probably about the 4th version of this that I've made, so I'm going to call it V04. And I'm going to export that. So the file format It's H.264 with a .mp4 file extension. That's the default. Just leave it. It's absolutely perfect and exactly what we want. So now I just click on the save button and save that there. Okay. So we're now ready to go, but it's not going to do anything at all until I press this render button. So that's a crucial next step. Let me click on that. You can see that I have this quite satisfying kind of progress bar running along here, and it'll show you your movie up here as it runs through the whole thing. Boom, we're done. We've now got a completed movie file. I can actually close this render queue panel here if I wish, clicking on that little X. And I can come through to the Finder. Just have a look in my OneDrive. I'm in here, video out, and here's my movie file here. You can see a little preview there.